What is up, YouTube? Convicted marketer Lawrence Aponte here, back at you with another crypto video. There's those times every now and then when you're kind of researching a project and you come across something that seems interesting, right? And you start kind of going through that wormhole. You do your more research and you go check out the white paper and you go check out the tokenomics, and then you go check out the Telegram and the Twitter and everything in between, right? And the marks on the checklist start going off good. And ladies and gentlemen, today is one of those days that I'm going to share with you a project that I found researching that I feel has a very good upside potential. It's in the DeFi space, decentralized finance, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And I want to do a complete review on it. We're going to go through their website. We'll go through their white paper. We'll check out some of their partnerships. We'll look at their competition and all that good stuff. Okay. So before I get into the content, however, two things. Number one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Okay. It helps me out, helps the channel out, helps the videos out. Also, give a thumbs up if you like this video, and also leave a comment. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you didn't enjoy the video, anything that you may like, you may not like, so on and so forth. Okay, that's number one. Number two is I'm not a financial advisor, guys, by any means whatsoever. In fact, my videos are for purely entertainment and informational purposes only. And anything that you find in my videos, just kind of use it as a stepping stone when you go do your own research on these projects that I may be sharing with you guys. So now that that's all said and done, I want to get into the project here and kind of show you guys exactly what's going on. Let me go ahead and switch this over here to their website. EasyFi, guys, is the name of the project. And basically, they are a lending protocol for digital assets. Now, before we actually get into their website, what I want to do is I took some notes on them, and I want to go through this document first so we can get a high overview, and then we'll dive into the nitty-gritty and we'll kind of go through this entire project. Okay, so EasyFi. It's basically a lending program for digital assets built on the Matic blockchain. So this particular project here is actually a fork, okay, of a project called Compound Finance. They forked their code and they've added in a couple of different resolutions to certain problems that Compound Finance is going through right now with scalability and high fees and all that stuff being on the Ethereum blockchain. So they have basically resolved those issues by switching over to the Matic blockchain and adding in some bridges to be compatible with Ethereum and Binance and so on and so forth, which we'll get into here later on in this video. Now, basically what they do is they facilitate an end-to-end and borrowing of digital assets related to financial products. So think stocks, think bonds, think ETFs, futures, etc. Okay, so they allow you to use these as collateral and lend them out, or they allow you to borrow it, and they are a platform that facilitates those transactions. Basically, users can take loans against tokenized stocks and commodity positions, which I kind of went over there. The cross-chain capabilities, as I mentioned, they're built on the Matic blockchain, but they have the ability to interact with Ethereum and Binance. So they have those three separate avenues, so to speak, to kind of go with. One thing that they've changed since the fork of the Compound Finance is uncollateralized loans. So normally when you take out a loan on one of these platforms, you have to put up between 100 to 200% collateral in order to take this loan. So they teamed up, they partnered up with a company called TrustScore, which actually is sort of like a credit score on the blockchain where you can enter certain wallet addresses that you own and you verify, and then this can serve as a baseline as your credit score on the blockchain and then allow for uncollateralized loans, which is something that's very, very new and not, I don't think anybody in the space is actually doing at this time. And being that they have the cross-chain capabilities that I mentioned earlier, this is going to fix speed and scalability. So if you're not familiar with Matic blockchain, the transactional speeds are very, very quick, and the fees are very, very, very low. So that's a big plus if you want to kind of reach a mass, because no one wants to pay 30, 40, $50 worth of Ethereum gas fees when other blockchains are doing the same or better projects along the way. So I think that's a big movement, because honestly, I see projects on Ethereum and they look very promising, they look very good, but to I guess just a normal investor to try to put just, let's say, even $500 into a project when you're going to pay about 10% of that in gas fees, and then it just becomes a lot of fees involved, staking, unstaking, adding liquidity. All these fees add up, and before you know it, it eats up all your profit and all the APR that you would have been making. So EasyFi is kind of putting a nail in the coffin when it comes to that, and offering it on the Matic blockchain with the cross-chain capabilities. They also have started something called MicroLending. So MicroLending is a lot of times when people go to borrow, they go to borrow big amounts of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, or some type of cryptocurrency. Well, now they're offering like a subsection of that to appeal more to like small businesses and even individuals that may need loans for short to long amount of times. They also offer liquidity farming, which we're going to get into once we go on to the app. That offers a pretty high yield APR. I've seen a few coins up there, 80, 90%, 100% APR. So you can get some really nice gains if you decide to offer liquidity farming. They also have something called dual farming, which is something new in this version that they've added since the fork. And dual farming is where you can farm and stake one coin, and then the reward that comes out of that, you're also to farm and stake that on a separate chain. So I think it's the technology advancements that are coming out are really insane, because it's like you're yielding double of different reward coins. It's pretty cool. We'll definitely see it once we jump into their app. Some partnerships just getting off that I seen kind of doing research here. They're on Pancake Swap. They recently partnered up with Mirror Protocol, which I'm very bullish about. As I mentioned, Binance Smart Chain. They're with Math Wallet, Roto Protocol, Blockpass, StaFi, BoringDao, Playcent, Clover, RampDefi. The list kind of goes on. They have a lot of partnerships, and I really, really admire that, specifically with this, because essentially they're using other people's audience to kind of gain more eyes and gain more users on their platform, and they're providing utility with that certain partnership. So for example, like with the Mirror Protocol, you're able to use your M assets that are originally minted on Mirror Protocol, and you can actually put them on the EasyFi platform and lend them out. So I think it's an amazing thing that what they're doing, getting more users and providing utility by kind of creating and building up the ecosystem. So we'll kind of run through their website. Very clean, very modern, as you can see. Over here we have EasyScan, which I believe I have this tab here. EasyScan, we'll go ahead and refresh it and get the newest stats going. But EasyScan, it shows you the state of the platform for EasyFi. So once this kind of loads up, it shows you how much total lock value, which they're right about 19 million. Currently, they have about 20% of their coins in circulation, and they have about 75,000 locked in contract. and then effective 2 million easy. So what I want to show you is on their coin market cap, some of the tokenomics that they have going on. Currently, the circulating supply, according to coin market cap, is about 2.5 million coins, which is very low. Their max supply is only at 10 million, which is very low. 25% is currently in the marketplace, so there's 75% that is locked up and used for rewards and paying the APRs and all that good stuff. Current market cap is only at 71 million. There's a lot of room for growth, and I'm going to show you why. Because if you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned that EasyFi is a fork, okay, of Compound Finance. So let's go look at their competition, Compound Finance, over here. And we can see Compound Finance is at almost $500 per coin. Okay. Same max supply of 10 million. Okay. They have 51%. So they have double the coins out in circulation. And their market cap is over 2.3 billion. So just by comparison, you can see the upside potential, because we're still in its infancy of this project. It's about 6 months old. If we go look at Etherscan, we can see there's about 2,500 people actually that have the token Easy token in their wallet. Okay, if we compare that to Compound Finance, they have over 150,000. So once again, guys, if you just look at the numbers and you look at it from a technical aspect, you can see that EasyFi has a lot of room for growth. Okay, so we kind of went through here. We can see all the staking, the value of the staking, the value of the lending, all that good stuff is there. Liquidity farming. So you can actually provide liquidity if you provide equal parts of liquidity for the platform. In specific, if you do any one of these stablecoin, they will earn you a pretty nice APR. So if you provide liquidity for EDI, you get 100%. If you do it for EUSDT, it's about 92%, and EUSDC, which is about 75%. Okay, so that's the liquidity farming there. They have the dual farming. It's on the Ethereum network. My wallet connected is Matic, so we won't be looking at that. What do we have here? This is the white paper. I ran through the white paper, and they basically reiterated everything I just went through. They show the problems that they're fixing in current to what's going on now. And now when they do this layer 2 solutions where they implement the side chains, and that's where they're able to interact with the other chains and resolve the scalability and the speed issues that's currently going on in the market. By the way, all these links of the stuff that I've been mentioning, I'm going to have them down in the description. So if you guys want to check out EasyFi and do some more research, you have some stepping points to kind of go from there. They have a really nice Medium article that I went over for their tokenomics. And as I mentioned, there's only going to be 10 million guys. That is a very, very low amount. So if you can get your hands on some Easy and start farming and earning some passive income with them, in the long run, we will see this price go up. And we can see here that it peaked right around $38. Okay, so $38 was its peak. It's down to $28. It's going through a nice correction. You can see it's in a downtrend. It should have some support right around this area here. Where are we at? About $23. So just keep a lookout on this coin. There's a really cool article here that basically compares EasyFi with Compound Finance, and they break it down in a very easy to understand way. So if we read here, the highlighted part, you can see EasyFi became one of the first projects listed on Binance Innovation Zone. So if we go to the markets to see where EasyFi is actually available to be traded, you can see that it has number 1 and number 2 are through Binance. So Binance has already listed on these. So I honestly think that this project has a lot of potential. You can see here, but like I mentioned, I'll be putting the link to this article as well, and you can go over the uncollateralized loans, as I mentioned, the micro-lending, credit delegation, where they using trustscore, dual farming. It really kind of goes through you. And then here's the comparison at the current or at the snapshot back in January. So they're kind of comparing it. You can see the voids that they're filling up here, and the market cap back in January was about 6.7 million. If we look at it now, it's about 70 million. So it's 10x since just this article was written, guys. So you can see that it's growing. It's growing. But I do highly recommend that you go check this out on this project because it has a lot of upside. Personally, I'm a big fan of it. EasyFi. I will put a link down into everything that I mentioned, and I will be doing an update video on this coin here, this token, this project in the future. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Once again, convicted marketer signing off. Peace.